Yes, guys, it's me, Abs, and I am joined by a special guest, Talk Random special. Unfortunately, Bashi can't be here today. He's working, but nevertheless, we have one of the best guests, I think, ever on Talk Random. This guy is a ball of energy. He's here to cause some noise and disruption. It is Sax. How are you, Sax?
I'm good, man. That is some intro there. You've set me up. And man, I'm in the presence of a legend, Abs.
No, you're the legend.
You're the legend. Look at us, this energy.
This guy is funny. So Sax is the new director of Disruptive Lead, and we love the word disruptive. But first of all, Sax, you're new to United too. Tell us about your journey. You're from Hume and Moss Side, and your education journey. You didn't let the area define you. You defined your area.
Yeah, I think it's up to the individual to define their future, isn't it? Born, grew up, Hume, Moss Side. Say no more. You know, it's an area of high deprivation. It comes with a stigma. There's a perception about young black males. I grew up with a single parent family. My mum did an incredible job to raise 4 incredible young people, and listen, it wasn't easy. It never is tough. Looking for role models and aspiring to be the best that you can when all that society and people are telling you that you can't achieve. You have to break through those barriers.
Yes, innit?
Break through those barriers.
Break through those barriers. And speaking about breaking through those barriers, as a young black man grown up in like the 80s or 90s.
What are you trying to
All
say?
right.
Oh my
All right,
God, check it out.
Not to the 80s, as a young man, because you're only 30. So as a young man, as a young black man growing up, how did you feel the stigma against you? Like, as you said, you were breaking barriers, you were doing things. And how did, against all the odds, did you like succeed in life?
You have to believe in yourself, Abs.
Self-belief is key.
Dream big, believe big, be bold, and just don't let people get you down. Don't let them tell you can't. And you know what? Actually, I did grow up in the 80s and 90s, and
You had a massive afro once.
yeah, huge afro. Cool afro, a little bit like yours.
Yeah.
Where's the afro cove?
In my bag.
Okay,
I need to comb it a bit, but yeah.
I can tell it needs a bit of a cove.
Oh, shade.
But I did grow up in the 80s, and it was a very different world there in terms of, it wasn't the social media and gaming. We played out on the streets.
You had thingy though, N64.
Well, I had a NES and that retro with
Sega?
Mario. No, how do you not know a NES?
No, that's too young for me.
I thought you were cool.
A
You
NES?
were
What's a
trendy.
NES?
A Nintendo Entertainment System, the original.
Really? So not like an N64?
Go, write that down. Go look it up.
I am going to write it down. NES.
NES.
I'm sure that's a Nintendo 64.
It's the original. The original.
Oh, it was-
right, anyway, we
yeah.
could be here all day. Let's
So you're playing games and growing up.
out on the streets, and it was renowned again, as I mentioned, the bull rings, crime, deprivation, lack of investment, and a real lack of will from, I would say, local authority and government in some ways in terms of providing those opportunities for young people.
You mentioned like lack of opportunities from the government, and obviously the government did not support you back then. And against all the odds, you were resilient, self-belief. You went to college, you went to university against all the odds, and you actually succeeded. Coming from a single-parent family and being a young black man, you had the world was kind of against you at one point, but you went to university and you were graduating in ICT.
Yeah, I did a degree in Bachelor's of Science in IT and Business, actually.
Oh, IT and business.
Yeah, and I think, there was a whole shift and change in society in terms of, your socio-economic group and class defines your opportunity. And it's sad today that where you live and your postcode defines how fit, healthy and successful you're going to be.
That's
I
true.
hate that.
I hate that. That's all about the census. That's what the census is for, like defining your postcode, defining your area, and defining like your wealth or what you're going to be in the future. And obviously, you went to teach in some of the most biggest schools in Manchester, and like seeing someone like you, who's a black man, obviously, and young black kids can look up to you and say, you know what, if Sax can do it, we can do it. What was it like working in your first school? What was your first school?
My first school was actually a school called Sale High in Norris Road in Sale. Then I moved to the Dean Trust, which is one of the most successful and biggest academy chains in the country.
Is that one of the Ashton?
Ashton and Mersey is the hub, yes.
See, Ashton and Mersey is the hub, and you went to Ashton and Mersey, and you taught the likes of Pogba, Lingard, who's quite a class clown, and of course Rashford.
Well, what a legend Rashford was. I say no more. We've watched him on the pitch. We've watched what he's done for some of the most challenged young people on free school meals. And for me, he defines what it means to shout loud, be proud, and force change. He flipped Boris Johnson's mindset on providing and supporting young people and said, listen, son, listen, mate.
We need it.
We need it. Society needs it.
Because how would they like it if their children were starving? A lot of people, like you said, Marcus Rashford grew up in a single-parent household. Money was tight. His mum worked 3 jobs, but yet they're still on benefit. They're still on free school meals and free school meals. I was on free school meals, and I feel like if you didn't have that, kids would suffer. And he changed that decision, and now a lot of people are looking up to Marcus Rashford saying, you know what, he should be the next like leader, PM. He's not just a footballer, he's a philanthropist, he's a charity giver, and he's an all-round great guy. When you were teaching him in school, what was he like? Was it similar?
Values, and that's what I loved about Marcus Rashford. He was all about values and being passionate, and he had a sense of belief as well. But it was all about family, mum, and values. And I'll never forget when Rashford came to me in class. I hope you don't mind me telling a little story. Jack
I don't know. Oh, look,
Jack Anori.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. But, you know, and the Manchester United young scholars would have a slightly different curriculum to support their careers in football. And Rashford, what I loved about Rashford, he never missed a session, never class, never missed a piece of homework, even though he had the opportunity at times where he would be given concessions. And when I asked him, I said, Rashford, you know, you were at training, you were traveling around Europe, I could have given you an extension. You know what he said to me? He said that my mum told me that my education is as important as my football.
That goes to like ground roots. That his mum humbled him, and that's going to show that the man he is today is very humble. He's very like giving, charity giving. Like he released a new book as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of young black children can look up to Marcus Rashford and say, you know what, we can do it. We're from similar backgrounds. We grew up the same, and we can do it. And having leaders like Rashford and like Lingard, although he's a joker, Lingard is quite of a character, entrepreneur, and like against all the odds, he went to West Ham for a bit. And he excelled, he grew, and went to United. Could you see that in him as a kid? Like, do you have that belief and say, you know what, Lingard, you have that self-belief, that resilience, you can do it. Forget what the pundits are saying, forget what the media is saying. Like, you're being true to yourself.
I think what I saw, I don't know, we could talk about Man United all day long here as a massive fan, but I think what was really, you used the word true to themselves and that real sense of belief. One thing that Lingard had oozing out of him in class was belief. He said, you know, he was cheeky. Saxton said, listen, boy, call me Mr. Saxton. But he was always like, I'm going to smash my ICT, Mr. Saxton. I'm going to get top grades. You know, I'm going to be the greatest. And he believed he could. You know, Muhammad Ali often would shout that, wouldn't he? And instill that sense of, I can, I will, I do.
And similar to like Obama as well.
Yeah, many.
You did a clip about Obama recently, like in the open day, or Karim done it. Like, you can do it, I can do it, and it's about I can. And speaking about like Lingard and grades, like it's clearing now, and grades don't define who you are. No matter what grades you get. Like for me, I didn't really do good in my GCSEs, and I took time out education. Grades don't define who you are. Your personality does. Your resilience does, and your character does. If you stay true to yourself and show that passion, show that grit, like that's what makes you as a person. Like no one really cares about what GCSEs or what A levels you get, although they are important. Your life skills are important. How does examiner know what you do outside of home?
You know what, and I feel like a bit of a hypocrite when I say this. As a qualified educator and an academic, and very skilled in industry as well, is that actually you're right. Education is just a journey, and I think we need to redefine what that means. And clearly, UA92 have done that by recognising and understanding what are those core traits, what are those core skills that make you a person, make you a leader, make you a superhero king.
And speaking about education is a journey, and UA92, you are in UA92, and you are here to cause some noise. He is the director of Disruptive Learning. This guy here, guys, he is a force to be reckoned with, and UA92 is going to be bigger and better for all good reasons. And how are you settling in UA92? What is your role about director of Disruptive Learning? It's like, right, who's this guy? Is he a joker first?
I'm thinking, well, you always lead in, you set me up, don't you, here? But, you know, Abs, I think meeting people like you, it reminds me of why I'm here and why it's important to be different, be innovative, break down those barriers, flip education on its head, because inspiring the next generation and, you know, setting young people's catalyst, that spark within them, being that catalyst to take them to the next level. My role here really is about adding energy.
I love that.
Energy. You know what?
When I first saw you, like, I'm not going to lie, I connected with you straight away. I feel like someone who represents me, someone who is a a black man in charge of like direct disruptive learning, and you are going to bring change. You're going to, I think, me personally, you're going to bring people from diverse communities, people, I hate the word hardest to reach, people from vibrant communities, people from like unique communities, like obviously Moss Side, Hume, Rusholme, Trafford. These communities are vibrant. These communities, there's a talent there. There's a creative hub there. But why can't they reach UA92? Why can't they reach university? But I think with you is, UA92 is going to bring a massive change, cause some disruption. And we're not going to go to the student and say, you know what, you should go to university. That's daunting. It's about bringing them here. Like you said, we brought Moss Side people last week, Group Kaiso. They absolutely loved it. They were like, actually, university is for us. And it's about being relatable, and it's about being that voice and everything. What do you think?
Everything you've just said, you've just you couldn't have articulated that any more succinctly. You're a legend in your own right, aren't you?
Oh, no,
I love it. I love it.
But,
I worship you.
Oh, thanks, Sax. But I'm not gonna lie, he is one of my favourite people at UA92. He's only been here for a couple of weeks, but he genuinely is a breath of fresh air. And Sax, what are your hopes for UA92? What are your hopes that you want to bring? What changes do you want to bring?
Well, I think two things really, Abs, is a couple, well, many millions of things I want to bring to this party here, this game here. But I think I'm a Manchester lad. Born here.
016 Manny on the map.
Yeah, proud to be a man.
Are you M16, M40? You have my postcodes then?
I'm GDPR, can't give a day away.
What's GDPR? Oh, wait, I don't know, but yeah.
It's about, we talked about education being a journey, didn't we? And we are defined by how we fell down and the mistakes we've made and how we've been challenged in life and those pressures and that change you. So for me, living in Manchester, growing up around Manchester's helped me understand the journey of people from all different faiths, cultures, religions in this local area. So I believe there's a connection. You talk about being relatable. I understand. I feel that, and I can emotively connect to that.
I love that. And like you just said, like outside of UA92, Ayers Road, Kings Road, Moss Side, they are vibrant communities. And you coming to UA92, causing that disruption, will bring more people from communities and working class backgrounds. Because I'm not going to lie, the area is thriving of talent. They're the next leaders, global leaders, entrepreneurs, businesses, like computer scientists. Like this guy here, Sax worked in UK Fast and Hume. He hired loads of local people. And like UA92, for me, it's bringing a whole diverse people in, like Izzy, Karim, Ollie, and seeing yourself. I think it will genuinely bring more people in UA92. And what drawn you to UA92? What was the first thing? You know what? I'm going to come here. No, don't say abs, but
abs. Without a doubt. It's definitely my bestie now. But once you understand great talent, you can unlock incredible potential. And I think that's what excites me here is, UA92 is about being deliberately different, going against the grain. That is how we innovate. That is how we inspire.
Yes, and the energy. Yes. It's all about the energy. And like you said, resilience is key, and self-belief is key. And one thing that I got from meeting you, Sax, when I first met you, is you genuinely care. You get people who talk the talk, but really you talk the talk and you walk the walk. You genuinely connect with people. Like Bashi was saying it as well. Like, you're a force to be reckoned with. You're a brand new face in here, and you will bring change. You will bring new people in here, and you will cause disruption. You cause a riot in a good way, guys.
Controlled riot.
Yeah, controlled riot. But disruption, the word director of Disruptive Lead is perfect for you. This guy is slightly off his rockers in a good way, like me. But his energy is I'm not gonna lie, it's genuine. And what are you got planned for the next couple of weeks, open days and everything? What you got planned up your sleeve?
Listen, this is just the rocket about to take off. You touched on a couple of things, Abs, as always. Manchester, the most vibrant, fastest growing city in Europe.
Agree. You see that guy? It is the biggest city. Everyone's coming here. Yeah. And like you said, Sax, I want to see more people from who I look up to, like yourself, coming to university. You know what? We can do it. I can do it. And you don't have to worry about financial or the stigma behind university. Remember, there's always support in here. And one thing about you, Sax, as well, I got that you genuinely care about people's well-being and you're passionate. And how did you nurture Rashford and all that by making them passionate? What's your advice to a young black child or a black man or a woman who is struggling to say, education might not be for me? What would you say to your younger self?
Wow. God, you don't half throw them out there, do you, Abs? I love it. But I think it's all about inspiration and being a positive role model and proving to people that they can and they will. That's what I believe I bring to the game. You know, I've lived it, I've breathed it, I've walked it, and you know what? I'm still doing it. I'm the type of person who says, you know what? I'm still learning my tech. I'm still educating myself. I'm still out on the street, sit on a couple of charitable boards. You know, I'm out there playing football, trying to be a Marcus Rashford still.
See, slightly older, but he's got a Zimmer frame at the moment.
Whoa,
Hey,
whoa,
Joe.
whoa.
Speaking about, like, you're on board, you're very charitable, and you're on, like, loads of different boards. What's the most important when you're on Team GB? This guy, go on, talk about Team GB.
Team GB, I wish I was on Team GB, you know, out there.
In the background.
No, I'm very proud and fortunate to sit on Diane Madal Sports Foundation's board. I've been on there for 10 years. And, you know, if I talk about role models, Diane Madal, for me, is one of the biggest inspirations. Outside of my wife, by the way.
For those who don't know who Diane Madal is it right?
Yeah, she's a 4-time Olympian,
Whoa.
Commonwealth gold medalist, and pretty much one of the most inspirational black women from Manchester you'll probably ever come across in your life.
I can't wait to meet her tomorrow.
Yeah.
And seeing her grow, because you were on the ball for 10 years, and have you seen her flourish in the last 10 years?
Again, we set out on a mission, and I hope you don't mind, because I think it's always good to set a goal in life, a big, bold, crazy goal. And when I joined the foundation 10 years, we said, right, we are going to get a young inner city person from Manchester to the Olympics. You know what? And some people laughed at us. They thought we were crazy.
Oh, yeah. See, the ones who laugh at you are the ones who are crazy.
And we were very lucky, Abs, and super proud, as you well know, that we had a young lady, Amy Pratt.
I saw that.
She got to Tokyo Olympics and she competed in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. And, you know, I could have cried, Abs. It was incredible.
It's like seeing that, because you worked that 10-year journey, you had that vision, you had that goal, and you didn't let that goal disappear. You carried on, you were resilient, although it took 10 years, no matter if it takes 20 years. I always say, never fear the word no. But fear the word yes, because you get far fewer yes. You get a lot of yes. You get a lot of no's in your life, but you get far fewer yeses. So always, what's the worst that can happen is no. To never ever fear the word no, because when I go up to people and say, "Can I interview you?" No, okay. Go to the next person. Like, never fear the word no. Always chase opportunities. And like you said, you had the vision, and people laughed at you. Although people laughed at you, now they want to be part of you again. Oh yeah, we supported you back then. Like, they want to come out the woodworks, but you had that vision. And now for Amy Pratt, what's her next? What's your next goal for Amy?
Well, it's about, listen, let's give Diane and the team and her husband Vicente, because they're the founders, they're the DNA, the core energy is part of this.
Diane, I can't wait to meet her. She seems like a great person.
Oh, she's incredible. You're going to love her.
She's like great ball of energy like yourself.
Oh, I'd say she's a calming, controlled energy.
I have to bring a badge in tomorrow, medal.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll ask her. It's a bit heavy.
Oh, is it? I might wear it.
Yeah.
But no, and what is, obviously, I really love this chat.
Go on.
I thought he's into it. This guy, I can't trust him sometimes.
Okay. Oh, I'm being quiet now.
All right, no, what is next for, like, growing up? Like, obviously now it's coming to an end. It's been a pleasure to have you here. What is next for, like, for your journey? I'll hopefully be here for a long time.
We and that include we include you, Abs. We are going to take UN92 and the young people of Greater Manchester up 10 more notches. We are really going to inspire people into the most incredible careers and opportunities.
Like you said, guys, incredible careers, opportunities, because you know what? The world needs people like you, like the people, the Eatons or whatever. People love people from real grassroots home, because you know what? You've done it, you've been there, and you've against all odds, you're not letting your area define you, you're defining your area. And that's the thing, our areas are vibrant, our areas are unique, our areas are like, everybody knows everybody. It's like one big family, one big community, and you don't get that anywhere else. In no other area do you get people who knows everybody, supports you. Like, you have the carnival, we have loads of events going on, and that's the thing, we are going to bring UN92 within the community, and it's a part of the community. It's not just like an establishment, it is part of the community.
The party is here at UN92 with this incredible team, incredible people, inspiring the next generation.
This guy makes me smile. He is the best one. Yes, Sax, but thank you guys for Talk Random.
Thank you.